Okay, so what's in the box? Well, obviously the camera itself, and just to go over the camera, you've got the networking Cat5 connection, you've got the port for the micro SD card, and you've got the power slot there. That's basically it until we come to installing it. Instructions for fixing to either the ceiling like that, or to the wall, or to nothing if you're going to be having it like me, which is basically just sat down there. You've got the power lead and the UK plug adapter there. You can use anything really because you've got your micro SD card, so you could probably connect it to your PC. Your screws and your plugs if you're putting it to the wall, and also a quick setup guide. Now before we do anything else, I'm just going to download the app. So go into my shopping thing, and then when it opens, do this again, sorry. Right, so that's what you get in the quick setup guide, and literally just go over it. It picks it up and takes you to the app. So I'm going to get that and then we'll come back. Right, so first things first, the app's downloaded, but make sure that you're connected to your Wi-Fi network at home. When you know that you are, go to the app. Here we are, ICC. Click on that and it opens up nicely. Just wait for that to go. Right, up here, plus, so add camera, recommended. You can do it manually and everything, but it's pointless doing that. While that's there, I'm going to power the camera up because it needs to set itself up. Just pop that in there. Right, that'll be setting itself up. Right, now then. Right, next step. I'll put the Wi-Fi password in a second, but as I said, this needs to just boot itself up. We'll wait for that. Just pause. Right, so it's all powered up and ready to go. So I've got my home network on there and I'm going to pop my password in. Right, so all done. And if we open up the app, ICC, temporary login, add camera. Right, so this is the recommended one. You can do it manually, but we may as well do this. Next step. Right, so I'm going to go into my home network. Right. So I've got to have a look underneath. So there's it. Oh. Oh, that's better. Right, now then. Oh, I'm doing it all the wrong way.
Connecting. Please wait.
So it's seen it, now it's just connected.
Connect to router successfully.
It's connected to the router successfully, as you heard. Set a password up for it. We'll do that. So, add device successfully, pick a name. I'll make one, because it's going in the parrot room. I'm going to put parrot in there. So that's saved. Now, it'll be talking to the camera. So it said it's online, you see there. Right, and it brought it up straight away. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to play with it here, I'm going to go and put it into the actual room where the parrot is, because that's where I want it to be, and then we'll come back and we'll do everything remotely. Right, so I've moved it into the parrot's room now, so we need to open the app. Right, you can see here it says that it's offline, just like that, came online. So if we go into that camera, it's buffering. Right, okay, so there's the parrot. You can move it around by just swiping like so, move it the other way, up and down as well. Now if you've ever used a fisheye camera, they are quicker to move around, but you don't get as much detail because the whole of the room basically is in that size of picture, whereas just that screen is in that size of picture. Right, lots of things you can do. You can go into video playback and photos, which have already been taken, and they go to this device. So let's cancel that. You can say something. If you press onto it, it'll, in a second. You press onto it and you start talking, it will talk to that room. So especially if you've got a child in the room, and you can hear it feeding back there because it just talked to the room and the microphone in it picked it up and fed back. But let's go up to, so let's run through the settings. Basic settings first, you can change the name, you can put the indicator light on or off. The flip upside down and left to right is if, I mean mine's just sat on a surface in that room, but if you're hanging it from the ceiling, the picture will be upside down, so you'd need to flip it, so on and so forth. So let's go back. Password management, that's not a problem. Right, alarm setting. So this is so that, especially if you've got an SD card for example, if you put the micro SD card into it, you can set up to tape if there's any movement in the picture and how long you want it to tape for, and whether you want to be notified. Let's go back. Storage management. This is the card that's in it, but obviously there isn't a card in it at the moment, but it would tell you where you're up to, how much has been recorded, what the capacity is in the card. Advanced settings, so currently we're on bad quality, so let's change that. If you go into that and we go into best, because you might want to blow it up, and then you go back, the first thing that you've got to do is save it, because if you don't save it there's no change. Back again. Network settings, you don't need to change those. In general settings, well, that's just more telling you about it than anything else. So if we go back after I've changed the quality of the video, that comes into its own primarily when you are, you can see the picture's changed dramatically there. So the quality of the picture comes into its own if you are on a slow network, because if it's very detailed, the picture, and you're on a slow network, it's going to take ages for it to update and send that information. You know, if you're outside of the house, if you're inside the house, not a problem. So let's just blow that up, and there you can see the parrot just down in this bottom corner here having a root around, but you can see the quality of that picture. There's an awful lot of detail in there. You see Mr. Skeleton there, gaming chair. So all in all, a really good camera. For the price that I've paid, it does everything that I want it to do, which is primarily be able to view it when I'm outside of the house, and it can do that. And if I'm not connected, or if I can't view it, there will be a micro SD card in there from tomorrow that will be able to record everything. So yeah, really impressed.